how to design an online course so you have clarity in your program and remove creative overwhelm. If you're creating an online course or starting a coaching business and you're experiencing overwhelm around your program content, this video is going to show you how you may be stuck in something that I call the volume trap. And it's also going to show you how the real source of clarity with your program is inside your students' experience. Let's go. I'm Jeff from the Freedom Framework. I help people to find, package, and share their unique gifts so they can do work they love, help people they care about, and live with purpose, prosperity, and freedom. One of the ways I do that is by helping people to create online courses and start coaching businesses. And a very common challenge we come across during that process is feeling overwhelmed around our program content. Some of the common symptoms of this are creating is taking a long time as we're adding more and more detail. The scope keeps changing and it never feels quite good enough. The content can start to feel a little informational and out of touch with the learner, and we may be feeling exhausted and considering giving up on the whole project altogether. On the other hand, when we have clarity around our program content, creating is fast and everything feels balanced. The scope is fixed and everything has a purpose. The teaching feels concise, workable, and actionable, and we feel a sense of direction to continue the project to completion. So it's a challenge worth solving. Now, one of the ways that we often try to solve the problem of feeling overwhelmed with our program content is by firstly having ideas and thinking, yes, I need to include that, and then adding it in with the other ideas to continuously reformulate our product. And this can be a good process to start with because it gives us a lot of options to choose from with our training material, and it's important to get all of those ideas as much as we can out of our head. However, one of the pitfalls with this approach is something that I call the volume trap. Specifically, this is trying to put every last bit of information we know into the product and assuming that information volume is what's valuable to students, even if deep down we know that getting it perfect is likely not possible. And what can happen if we continue down this road? We spend lots of time adding more advanced material and it never feels quite good enough. The product never gets complete, so it helps no one, and the whole thing just feels yuck. Now, at the same time, we know that making the content valuable is important, so how do we resolve this? Well, we resolve it by switching our focus from information to momentum. Specifically, this means teaching the minimum information to learn to take leveraged action required so they keep moving in the right direction and keep their momentum, even if we have mountains more information that we can include in the program. For example, simple modules versus complex ones, smaller transformations versus larger ones, and beginner courses and stages versus advanced bells and whistles programs. Now, the good news, by simplifying, you likely have all the content that you need already, meaning you use the ideas that you've already documented and you simplify. This has been true for 100% of my clients, even when they had so much content that they struggled to see how they could make it any simpler. Now, you might say, if I don't include everything I know, then it won't be valuable to students. They won't be getting their money's worth. They won't be moving fast enough. And now it's true, you need to get your pricing right to sell your product. But this is less to do with having advanced information and more to do with having them make lasting change. Our job is to help them transform, to help them keep the changes and keep them moving forward on their own journey. Plenty of people buy advanced courses and programs, they get completely overwhelmed and they don't finish. It's lasting change that's valuable to your students. It makes real impact on their life, and this is what they're looking for. And you might also say, if I don't include everything I know, then I'll be missing out on revenue from people who want advanced information. You're right in that it can be a good idea to include some advanced information as part of your program, in a bonus module, for example. However, advanced students are in a minority at the top of the funnel. The largest market for almost any online course or coaching topic is beginners. People who are on YouTube and other social media platforms trying to DIY and deciding that they need some help. This is the top of your funnel where most of your people are. Because of this, it's highly likely that you stand to make the most revenue initially from beginner type programs. You'll transform beginner students into advanced ones. You'll then have more revenue to support you as you create your advanced programs. And when it comes to releasing those advanced programs, you'll have a ready market of people who like your stuff, trust you, and it works for them. That means maximized revenue and maximized potential customer numbers. So you're not missing out on anything by leaving advanced information till later. Here's the truth. Your style of teaching and your tools and content that gets changes to stick is what's valuable. Simplified programs most often mean access to a higher percentage of the market, both in the short term and the longer term. Your job is to help students to make changes in the right direction quickly and keep momentum. And remember, students want most of all to transform, not to be in awe of your knowledge. This is exactly what happened with my own business when I started coaching back in 2015. I was inspired to coach others to overcome the same challenges that I'd overcome in my service-based business. But I had so much to share, so many tools, processes, and strategies that I struggled to find a way to put it all together. I was concerned that if I didn't put every last thing that I know into the product, that it would be perceived as simple and amateur. And also, I didn't want to leave out anything important that would be valuable for students' growth. When I changed my focus from information to momentum and identified the minimum content needed for the highest impact in the right direction, in my case, the essentials on product creation, systemizing, and people management, here's what happened. I had clarity on what to focus on because I knew what the essentials were. I felt positive about my product because students could change fast. I started to appreciate that a big part of the value of my program was in my teaching style, because two coaches can share the same information with the same student, and the student may only understand or take action with one of them. As a result, clients changed faster and more of them stayed long term. I had a bigger impact in people's lives and had focus on what I was doing. And this impact increased over time as I took more clients through the beginner to the advanced stages. In summary, that's how the volume trap can leave us overwhelmed with our program content as we're creating an online course or starting a coaching business. We overcome that by focusing on momentum, not information. This gives us the essentials of what our students actually need and clarity on what to create. Now, clarity around our program content is just one aspect of momentum and success as an online coach. There's also questions like, how do I decide what's beginner content and what's advanced? Do I have the confidence that this is the right topic for me to teach at all? And is there a large enough market for my product? To answer these questions, I've put together a free resource for you. It's the one-page cheat sheet, the Online Coach Prosperity Checklist, 10 proven steps to momentum and success with your online course product. These are the exact steps that I've used in my coaching practice for 7+ years to take multiple premium programs to market successfully. It's also the same process that I've used with clients to help them create products and programs across a range of niches, from marketing and financial well-being to chronic fatigue healing. It's a free, valuable resource. It gives you all the steps all in one place for momentum and success as an online coach. Click the link below to get it. Have a great day and much love.